Hello and welcome back to another one of my videos. Now, if you saw last week's video, then you're probably wondering where is part 2 of the Throne of Glass reading vlog. I'm working on it. I underestimated how long it was gonna take me to read these books. So I'm filming this, but it will be out next week. That I can assure you, I will have it out next week. But for the meantime, we are going to be talking about Powerless. I'll have spoilers at the end, so I'll do like a little warning before we get into that. We're talking about Powerless today by Miss Lauren Roberts. This came out on the 11th of April in the UK and the 30th of April, I think, in the US. I think the 30th, but it came out on the 11th in the UK, so that's when I read it. I read this book in 2 hours. I woke up, got my Kindle, and I read this 2 hours one sitting, and I got 5 stars. Yes, it's a novella, but it's amazing. It's an amazing novella. It was so good, so heartbreaking. I loved Adina in the first book, so I was so excited when this got announced that this was going to be from her point of view, because she's just my favorite. I love her so much, and yeah. So, in this book, we follow Adina while Peyton is in the trials. We get to see a bit of Adina and Peyton before. I think that was in the prologue. If there's a prologue in this, I don't remember exactly. But we get to see Adina and Peyton before they meet, how they actually meet. We get to see Adina and Peyton before Peyton goes off. We get to see Adina when Peyton goes off and what's gone into that. And I had such a fun time because Adina is so sweet and she is such a little angel, and her story is so heartbreaking to me. I mean, she does not deserve that, and I am a number one Adina stan. If Adina has no fans, then I am dead. So yeah, we get to see another character in this book, Makoto. That's his name, but Mac is his little nickname. And he is also just amazing. For me, I wouldn't call them Black Cat and Golden Retriever, but I would call them more Sunshine and Midnight Rain, because that was the song that was in my head. Midnight Rain was the song in my head while I was reading this, while I saw the little moments between them. And yeah, this was such a cute book. Again, so sad. I can't say too much about it without spoiling Powerless, but I loved just seeing Adina in the back and in the background. I like the best friends and the not main characters so much, and I like seeing their stories so much. I mean, I bring Shatter Me up in basically every video I talk about, but that's because Shatter Me has so many examples. But for example, in Shatter Me, I loved Kenji Kishimoto. So when I did a reread of the series, and when I got the novellas, because the first time I read them, I didn't have the novellas, and when I read Find Me, and what Kenji went through, I mean, it was so sad. And just what Kenji does for the people he loves, again, so sad. But we're not talking about Kenji, we're talking about Adina and Mac. For example, I also loved seeing, since Adina became Peyton's seamstress, she was in the castle quite a bit, and I loved seeing the little encounter between her and Kai. He just engraved my love for Kai even more than it already had. It's such a good story. For example, the dedication is amazing. What is it again? We're gonna check so I can say the dedication, because that was just that's one of the best parts of this book. dedication. Oh yeah. To the girls with softer dreams, your purpose is just as powerful. And I don't know, it says a lot because like it's such a good like little thing, because in fantasy books most of the time all the girls are the main female characters are always warriors. They're saving the world. They're never just like normal people living normal, well, as normal as you can get in fantasy, normal-esque vibes. But powerful Adina is like literally just a normal person. She's not this like crime fighting assassin. That is all I have to say for this part of the video. We are moving on to the spoiler part. So, if you haven't read Powerless, well, Powerless or Powerful, then I suggest that don't keep going, because I will be spoiling both of the books, and I don't want you to get spoiled. I'll wait. I'll give you a second to leave. Right, now that everyone who has read Powerless and Powerful is here, this was amazing. Mac and Adina's story is so sad. The ending, literally, you cried. A train just went by. The ending of this book. I mean, I literally forgot what was gonna happen until the king showed up, like with Adina, and he was like, "Oh, so you and Peyton are close," and I'm like, "Oh yeah, she's gonna die in this." I forgot about that, and then she did, and it was sad. And Adina's just so sweet. Like even when she was in the like prison cell, she was trying to make friends with the other like dude. Even though he was like, "Girl, you know, I'm literally probably gonna power soon. I'm not in the mood." She was still trying to cheer him up, make him feel better. And then Mac's story is also so sad, and the fact that Peyton was comforting Adina in the ring and he had to watch from like the outside and he couldn't do anything to help, even though he loved her. Again, so sad. I like this book is so sad. It's, dare I say, it's sadder. No, of course it's sadder than Powerless, because Powerless we only got Peyton's point of view. This is so sad. I mean, the Counting the Stars is just like, they counted the stars together. They're so sad. That is so sad. And I hope that Mac shows up in Reckless. If he doesn't show up in Reckless, I'm gonna be so sad. Like, even if he shows up for like a page, for like a little cameo, I will be so sad if he doesn't show up in Reckless or the book after that. Or, because Lauren Roberts like literally said, because people in America, 1 second. Wait. Oh yeah. Because people in America were all like, "Oh my god," you know, they were mad that the Powerless novella was smaller in hardback than the Powerful copy. And then like Lauren Roberts came on and she said, "Oh, the novellas, plural." So I think that she's gonna do like full-length novels. So Powerless, Powerful, Reckless, Wreckful, I don't know, making up, and then the last book, so it's like nice and aligned and uniform and beautiful on people's shelves. Yeah, this book was so sad, breakful, like heartbroken. My heart is gone after this book. But yeah, now all we can do is wait for Lauren Roberts to break our hearts again with Reckless, which comes out July 4th, so it's like not even 2 months away. It's very close to coming out, because it's very close to coming out. So yeah, that is all I have to say for this week's episode. Sorry for the late Throne of Glass part 2. It will be out next week, which will also like help. This video will help me to get them all out like week after week after week, since I get like a week extra time to like read the books, or a few days extra extra time at least. And that's it. I'll see you next week.